days at my gyms are boulder set days. So today we're setting boulders. Today we're setting top out boulders. Actually currently on top of the top out. I'm super excited to set some boulders today. Today's gonna be a little bit more of a hectic day. There's 15 boulders between the three of us, so that's 5 boulders each, which is actually quite a bit. Let's get off of this top out and just start getting the day going. So one of the first things we'll do at the start of the day is put away any clean holds that we might have washed the day before. Everyone on the team has their own individual role, so someone might be putting away clean holds while another person sets up the ladder. Today we had a lot of clean holds to put away, so while my team was stripping and just getting the zone ready and clean, I put those holds away, all while Andrew was washing dirty holds. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot of holds in the gym, and every single one of those holds needs to be washed, right? This is the not so glamorous side to route setting that you don't see very often. The sheer amount of dirty holds that we get on just a singular day, it can get so overwhelming. All of the dirty holds that we took off today will have to wait to be cleaned tomorrow because we have to get to setting. Okay, so we have a clean wall. Here I'm just placing tags in their corresponding spots. We all have assignments, so our grade and color and location are all selected for us, and we can find all of that information on plastic. Just to show you, these are the 3 boulders that are assigned to me on the left side. So we have the black 5, the green 0, and the blue 2. I think I'll be setting my black V5 first though, so let's go pick holds for that. I think a good place to start with this boulder would be to just pick a target hold, so that's what I'm gonna do. I like this hold. I like this hold for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's a pretty accurate hold still to run and jump to, so it's gonna be pretty engaging. Another reason why I like it is that it has a lot of the surface area that I'm looking for. I was hoping maybe to get like a mantle after the run jump, so I think this could be a really good contender, and I'm gonna put this to the side for now. Another really important aspect of this boulder is the foot that you run jump to. So I want to give you a nice big foot, something that's kind of hard to miss. Oh, this is nice. 2 reasons I like this hold. Number 1 being it's the same hold family as my starting hold, which is always nice. Another reason why I really like this hold is that Another reason why I really like this hold is because it has just a lot of surface area, so there's a lot of room for error. My goal for this run jump is to make it pretty accessible to people who might not be fans of doing that specific type of move. So I think having a nice forgivable foot will help a lot with just getting people on the boulder. Cool, so I have, oh my god, so I have my starting hold and I've got my starting foot, and that's a pretty great place to start. I have an idea, I have a game plan, I've got my holds, so I'm gonna go find a spot to put them now, and then hopefully we can set this run jump. Let's go. I set this boulder first because I knew I wanted some larger holds on the wall, and it's always nice to get your large holds on the wall first. That way you don't get in the way of anyone else. So here I'm just feeling positions and kind of just seeing what's possible. And of course our foot. I don't always do this, but sometimes it's nice to pull on the wall and just kind of see where your boulder is going. I got pretty close on my first attempt, so I'm just going to leave it like that for now. I didn't fully know what I wanted for this upper section, but I was envisioning something quite bumpy and powerful and pressy once you are able to start standing on the start hold. So there it is, that's the skeleton for my V5. It's definitely not perfect, things are definitely going to change, but I think it's climbable and I think it achieves the goal. Okay, so we have 4 more boulders to set. I don't think it's going to be possible for me to go into detail about every boulder, so I'm just going to kind of lightly go over the next few. So now I'm setting a blue V2. My goal for this boulder is to give the climber the experience of compression throughout the entire climb, so basically no down pulls. I imagine that you would have used the start hold as a really good foot for later, but I think that taking it off kind of embraced the essence of compression, which was the whole goal of the boulder. With not a single down pull to be seen, I think that this route is good enough to call it, so I'm going to leave it there and move on to the next boulder. So my next boulder is an orange V9, and the goal of this boulder was toe hook. There's a really delicate balance between how good or how bad a hold might be and how much that'll ask of your toe hook. So I'm just trying to find that balance to the best of my ability without actually climbing it, but I'll still test the toe hook just because it's right off the ground. Again, it feels pretty close, so I think that's a good place to call it. Okay, 2 more boulders to go. We got this. So the theme for this boulder is big moves, big holds. This is probably one of my favorite styles to set. Okay, so unlike the last 3 boulders I've set, this one already has a few boulders around it, so I have a few constraints, but nothing crazy. My goal is big moves and big holds, and I can do that while also filling in the dead space around the area. Sometimes that kind of acts as like a beam of light in what direction to head in or what size hold you might be able to use. Alright, so I skipped over the last boulder because it's V0 and I just didn't think anyone would find that interesting. But here it is, 15 new boulders waiting to be forerun. But first we're gonna go eat lunch. Alright, this is my favorite part of the job because I actually get to climb. So when we're forerunning, one of the things that we look out for is how equitable a move might be depending on your size. I'm 5'2" for reference, and Andrew is 6'2", so we live very, very different lives, but it's interesting that we always end up finding very similar solutions. This boulder was a little tricky to get just right, only because there were no extra feet, and it was just really all about compression. So we all ended up skipping this right side pull and just matching the left. I think that probably has a lot to do with your left foot, and it's just really easy to lean back in that position. So we ended up embracing that sequence and just trying to fine tune it and make it feel a little more comfortable. I just ended up moving that hold that we skipped out to the left. That way it just kind of created a more comfortable match position. You never really know how something's gonna climb until you actually climb it. That's why taking a few extra minutes in forerunning to really make something flow and feel natural is pretty important. Sadly, I did not get any forerunning footage of the run jump, but some of the things we did was move these 2 holds further apart from each other, so everyone would have to run jump. We moved the crimp to the right, so it would become an intermediate bump hand. And yeah, that's really all that changed with this boulder. But yeah, I think I got good use out of the holds that I selected this morning, and I think I achieved the goal. This is not my boulder, but I had to include it in here because it was just so cool. So my boss Mike's goal was a stand-up move. You're in just such a loaded position. By the time that you fully load up to go, you're basically just standing. It's really cool. So at my gym, we will suggest a grade and then put that grade on this consensus forum, and then we'll just let the public decide if they're hard for the grade, easy for the grade, or maybe they're just right. So we just finished opening up the zone, and the gym is pretty busy right now, so I figured I'd come in here just to say thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of work actually, so if you're interested in more videos like this, yeah. Hi. That's so embarrassing. Oh my god. I forgot there's a spring on a white boulder. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, let me know, and let me know what else you would like to see from me. But until next time, I'll see you on the wall. Bye.